everybody? Welcome back to Reto and Rhaps, race upon the same maps. How's it going, Rhaps? In 3, 2, 1, go. Tell me how you're going.
Incredibly well, frankly.
All right.
I really don't have much more to add to it. I'm really pleased to be here recording with you. It's been a nice day so far. It's taken
oh, good.
You know, a nice day so far isn't really a giant compliment to a day that I've experienced, you know, possibly 30 minutes of that hasn't been recorded.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. As far as you know, it wasn't recorded.
Ah, but of course. Yeah, I do actually have that constant concern of, should I be covering my webcam when I'm not streaming?
Yeah, I think about that. My webcam light is on right now, and I'm like, okay, I don't like that. But also, it requires movement to fix it. It's a small price to pay for privacy, but it's too tall an ask.
Yeah, too taxing.
Too taxing to unplug the thing that's immediately to my left for privacy.
Those who would trade liberty for security are should have neither, right? But those who trade comfort for security, I mean, come on, what are you even doing, pal? What are you doing, guy?
Yeah, exactly. Of course. But I don't know. Do you ever feel like, I don't know, do you ever do anything where you, I don't know, or like trying to get a gotcha moment on somebody who's listening in on you? Have you ever done that where it's like you're worried that someone's actually listening, so you go and you say like, I know you're listening?
I haven't done it in ages, but yes, I did that a whole lot.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time. Like I would be worried that I accidentally like had a phone call going out and I was like singing to myself in the car, and then I would say something like, I know you're listening. This was all the joke.
Uh-huh.
Or something like that.
I think there's like a 100% overlap. That is like the Venn diagram is just a single circle of people who oh my god!
What'd you get? What happened?
Glitch chest. All right, I'm doing it.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna die.
It, baby. Well, if you beat it, you're gonna win. If you beat it, you win. So give it a bang. Smack him.
No.
I believe in you.
Thank you for the belief, but you shouldn't be believing in me. I've just taken 2 hits and I've done nothing. I have no weapon. Why did I do this?
Probably for the you know, the story. You can't get a glitch chest and say, nah, I don't want it. Like, I feel like you just can't do that.
You're not allowed. It is actually illegal. But I think there's like a 100% overlap between, I'm just still gonna try and converse while doing this.
Go for it.
A 100% overlap between people who tested secretly if they had superpowers and people who said that to blank rooms. I think there's a 100% overlap.
I think that's very true. Very true. Oh my god. I don't know. I always felt like I was being watched when I was younger, or something like that. I always had that feeling. If there was any dark room where like there was windows that weren't covered or something, I was like, somebody's definitely out there. Always. And like it's the same kind of vibe. Oh, same energy. And just like it was mostly done when I was in the car and doing something that I'd be embarrassed if someone heard. Is usually when I would do a check and try to get a gotcha. I hear you. I hear you breathing on the phone. Or something.
I don't drive. I don't have a license. I don't have a will to get one either. Something that is afforded to me by my adjacency to a large city. I feel like I would absolutely hate driving.
It sucks.
Okay.
I hate driving so much.
I'm glad to hear that.
People say that they like it. I don't believe them.
That's always been my position as well, but I've had an uninformed position because obviously I don't drive, so who am I to pull rank and say, actually, you don't like it?
Yeah. I mean, it probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm scared of driving, too, so that's probably more it than anything. Like, I'm probably not a great person to ask, because when I turned 16, I didn't want to get my license. So I don't know. Probably not a great ask, I suppose.
No. If anything, you're helping to balance out the rest of the chorus, which have been extremely pro.
Yeah, like, I would like to die in my car, but wait. Wait. Wait a minute. That's what I'm scared of. Hold on. Wait a minute. They wanted. We think car brings death in different ways. There we go. They want to die, but because they want to be buried with it. Oh, there we go. I want to be buried with my car. This is gonna be taken with me into the afterlife, Egyptian style.
I'm sorry to inform you, but like, you can't actually take it with you?
Oh no!
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You had to. You had to.
Oh, I didn't get the glitch chest spawn in the same place, so I don't even get to retry it. I've
Oh,
already
you
lost
died.
as well. Like, yeah, I definitely died. Extremely.
R.I.P. I didn't go to check the glitch chest because I was like, for anybody who asks in the comments, I'm like 89% sure that they weren't scripted.
Well, I mean,
and I think that you not getting it this run proves that that's true.
well, and mine was then end of room chest drop, so like it definitely wasn't scripted because we know those.
I don't know if I've ever gotten one as an end of room chest drop.
Mm-hmm.
That's really unlikely.
That's why I was so excited to see it. I had to go for it.
I mean, yeah, you can't not. You can't not. It's too rare to pass up because you never know when you're ever going to see it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh god, the other items on this floor weren't even going to help me.
Yeah, what were they? Devolver rounds and
Devolver rounds, and I'm actually going for the other one because I kind of need it. So I'll tell you what it is when I get there. Hey, hey Reto.
What?
Is that something
What
you've
you
always
got?
dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
I mean, I've always dreamed of making a game. I haven't done it because it's really hard.
What kind of game would you make?
I mean, I would probably end up making like a... Probably end up making a roguelike. I mean, just I feel like I would know what I'm doing the most in that field. So I feel like the product would be the most likely to be good. But I guess I have made a game before. I do sell myself short. I've made a game. It's just I don't consider phone games to be as as taxing and impressive to myself.
All right.
I guess.
All right. So you're saying that you don't think Exit the Gungeon is a good game?
I didn't say that.
Oh, well then you have to accept that phone games can be taxing and are considered real games.
Oh, I know that. I'm saying it's a cop-out for myself so that I can't be happy for myself. Is all I was getting at there.
Yeah, I'm trying to present it in a way that like it would make you rude to hold that opinion so that you have to actually give credit to yourself.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Indeed, indeed. Squirp is a great game. Fantastic.
What kind of game is Squirp, other than mobile?
It is an endless jumper where you play as a squirrel that jumps from branch to branch.
It's like a doodle jump kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a lot like a doodle jump kind of thing. Yeah, a lot like that.
Oh yeah.
And the thing that I basically just wanted an excuse to make a lot of costumes for a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did, and that's what it is. It's effectively the gameplay loop is doing achievements that will unlock you a new costume. Effectively was the whole gameplay loop, and it was fine. Like it was a genuinely fine game, but it was also completely not complex in any way. I'd like to make a complex game, a game that I would really want to play. But I haven't because it's very, 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 very time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why. How about yourself? For both the answer to the question and have you had any desire to make a game?
I'll answer the game one later, I think, rather than earlier.
Okay.
The thing that I've wanted to do for the longest time is actually do like a sincere music kind of like an actual attempt to be like, here's my album of covers. These are a lot of songs that I like that mean something to me and are sang 'em, and hopefully you like them too. but I feel like I know so little about audio mastering that I would present myself poorly. So that stopped me from even trying. And also from even trying to learn music mastering.
What about working with someone
Ooh.
to create, you know, like what about that kind of idea? So you maybe like you might not have to learn anything about audio mastering, you know?
Well, then I would
make
immediately
that a
become like nervous about involving someone else. And it has
Yeah,
its
but I feel
whole
like-
other set of issues.
It's true. It's true. I feel like that's very true. I don't know. It's hard to involve someone in something so personal, and it's hard to, for me, it's hard to involve someone in something where it's going to become clear that I suck at it, like, or that I'm new at it or something, you know, like where it's like I have no experience with this, and I'm nervous they're going to see my inexperience or something. So I guess that would maybe be the situation where, since you've never done it before, I could see in my situation I'd be nervous about even showing them anything or doing anything for them to master.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I would feel like, all right, well, I can't take risks because I need to try and put my best foot forward. But also, what if I'm just garbage at this and I don't know yet? Now this person is unfortunately dragged into the position of having to tell me that, or not tell me that, and then they have to sit on it. That's even worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like, I've been trying to resign to the fact recently that it sounds like a bad thought, but it's a good thought, I think. Nobody cares about me nearly as much as I care. You know, about what I do nearly as much as anybody else would, or whatever. And it's a liberating thought, and it's one that I very fleetingly have. It's like, I don't know.
It's one I've heard before and one that I've tried to take to heart. It actually kind of has like part of the same technique that I was trying to use before, of like, the way that it was described to me was, it'd be narcissistic to think that anyone thinks about you as much as you think about yourself. And it's like, okay, great.
Yes.
So now I feel like a narcissist. You haven't fixed the problem.
Exactly. I was trying to step around that fact because I've definitely thought that too. Because it's like, yeah, it's like, if what you care about is how other people think about you, why don't you care about sounding like a narcissist by saying that everybody cares about? Yeah, it's like, I completely. It's just, oh no, now I'm clearly not even thinking about my own things going on in my brain. Oh man, that makes me look even worse. Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I also had like the conversation at one point with my therapist of, so what? How would I know if I was a narcissist? Because surely, like, part and parcel to it is the idea of self-delusion. So surely it would be characterized by me not knowing. Her response was just, yeah, narcissists don't ask if they're narcissists. I was like, okay, that's comforting, but still.
Yeah. It's true, it's fair. It's true. So, quick thought. If you do start the sincere music endeavor, would you do it completely separate from the Rhapsody brand? Because otherwise you're gonna be running into some even more search result issues and like username issues.
Yeah, by that time, you know what? I'll change my name, but I'll change it to Rhapsody without an H, because that's definitely not contested.
Is it not?
The context of that is I know that it's contested because there's a rapper in the United States named Rhapsody without an H, and I keep getting the tweets that are meant for her. Like, you're really sleeping on Rhapsody, huh? And I'm like, no? What?
Oh boy. Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like, so do you think it's something that if you ever did it, you would do it separate from? You think you would do it and nobody on YouTube would ever end up knowing it, or do you think you would connect it?
No, I would definitely have to connect it. I would probably spend enough time on it to the point that if I ended up happy with it, which is a big if, but if I did, I'd feel really bad if I didn't get to show anyone. So if I actually did it and then put it out under my own name, like, I don't really have that much like personal social media influence at all. It's just
Yeah.
you know, like 80 friends on Facebook kind of situation.
Show off.
That's significantly up from this time last year. So I feel like even if I did try and publish it myself externally, I'd start to feel like, oh, I really wish someone would actually see this.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like, this kind of like the burden of having an audience now, if you were to do any creative endeavor, you would feel like if it didn't reach the same point, maybe we're like, I don't know, it wouldn't see its full potential or something. Yeah.
I mean, but also it's hard to, you know, commit to spending time doing something that you know will reach less people, or fewer people rather.
Oh yeah. It's always hard. It's always hard, especially when I don't know, when you're doing it in a freshly doing it in a job-esque fashion. It's especially hard to justify anything that you know won't perform.
Yep.
When you need it to perform to like eat. Stuff. So it's a tough balance. Like I wish I could play Big World. What was the Anodyne quote? I didn't.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, but I can't quote it.
Yeah. Everybody wants me to play Small World, but I want to play Big World. Or Big World, but I want to play Small World. One of those two.
Yeah.
That's another one of those games on the short list that I wish I had time to play.
Pretty much everything that's turned up in do you watch Chris Franklin or Errant Signal's Blip series?
I have not recently at all. I have before. It is one of those things that's on the list of things I would like to do had I more time. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
I'm starting to get an echo.
Yeah.
But to me, that series is just full of games that I'm like, hey, if I had time.
Yeah.
Although I might have more time recently. Don't know if you've heard about the whole Blizzard Hearthstone thing.
Oh, yeah. I know the news on that kind of was like a today thing. I've been busy all day, but I saw rumblings of problems that are a problem.
Yep, problems that are a problem. That's oh, God. You know,
yeah.
I'll say it here. The worst time this could have possibly happened is when I just got contacted by Blizzard to do stuff. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That is not fair. That's Twilight Zone right there. That's what that is.
But yeah, like that series is ending, so I'll have more time to do other stuff.
Yeah, there's that. Time for Big World. More time for Big World.
I don't know. Maybe I go back and do Factory Town finally.
Oh yeah, you got the mastery. How many hours you got in it before? How many hours of prep work do you have in it?
I think it was like 120. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was also a game that I was just like playing casually on my side, but like not all of it was explicitly prep work.
Yeah. Fair.
But there was like a whole lot of like I had like a good base, but I decided to restart it because I need a more optimal starting so that the series doesn't start with a slow start, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's logical. It makes a lot of sense to think about it that much. It makes a lot of sense. I used to have more prep work. We were talking about it just in Atomic Crops, which will come out before this, right? Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it will come out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned in that I did used to do it quite a bit. Like I would play things for 20 hours or something beforehand. And like, cause I used to have a lot of more time where like, cause I used to be in a 1-room apartment and to like, wouldn't want to, I would basically be like, I would have to record in front of Grace or not at all. And I would always just, would always choose to not do it in front of. So I'd just be like, okay, I have a lot of time to play things and not record. But I don't know. You got a door on your room. You got an office set up with. You got privacy.
I have like an actual full legit office. It's a room that is exclusively for me to go in and to record in. It's
yes.
Very, very appreciated, because anytime anyone else is around, I'm like, I can't moderate my voice in the same way. Not because like I think I'm too loud or anything like that, but it's because you don't hear me speak like this, because I don't need to speak in a performative tone. And oftentimes in like the real world, I'm more like, you know, kind of like just a little bit lower in tone, just like a little bit more consistent, that kind of thing. Like, you know, not really energetic at all. I don't think it's like a misrepresentation of myself, but I think like I have painted myself socially into a corner with a lot of people where like if I act differently, I'm so worried about that, so it stops me from acting how I even feel at the time. You ever get into this thing where it's like, I'm usually sad around this person, so I feel almost guilty to be happy around this person. Like, there's like almost an impetus behind for me to be sad in this situation.
I don't know that I've often had it in that way. I've had it in the reverse for sure. Of like, I'm usually happy around this person, so I feel bad about being sad around this person or something like that, or just like. But I don't know that I've often had the reverse. That's an interesting one. I'm sure I'll have it someday.
I mean, I've definitely had that one. Since we're the
same person, I'll have it some point.
It's just a spawning error. Just same person spawned in 2 different continents at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, same-ish time.
Yeah. Same-ish.
I may end up just dying to the Bombardier, so I'm very hopeful that you're already winning your run.
I am on the Dragon.
Okay,
so
cool.
No worries if that happens. I'm like really close to done.
Well, I've killed the Bombardier, and now I'm just going to throw myself into the pit.
Alright. No, wait, don't. Oh boy.
If this was a bluff that you were at the Dragon and you've actually lost the run and you're starting again, then congratulations, you've won.
That would be, yeah. I'd be proud of myself. I feel like bluffing just hasn't happened. Bluffing like stopped happening when we stopped talking about Enter the Gungeon. So
yeah, pretty much. Actually, also,
so I take everything at face value now.
To circle back around before the end of the episode, yeah, I actually have wanted to make a game. In particular, it was a deck building board game. Like, it was a conversion of a Cryptozoic deck building board game, and then I wanted to make a bunch of expansions for it. And I got as far as like setting up the project file and all of the different classes, and then like, okay, cool. So I've set up all of the architecture of how I want this to work. Now time to sit down and actually code it. Yeah. I could just play a game instead.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just like, I don't know. Like, am I really the best person to actually create the game I want to play the most? Like, you would think the answer would be yes, but I don't even know if I would make all the decisions to make a game that I would actually like to play the most. So, like if that's my goal, I don't know if I'm even the right guy for the job. You know, like, it's always like you think you know what you want, but you don't. To circle back to Blizzard again for some reason, but yeah, that was the you don't want classic World of Warcraft, and then they made classic World of Warcraft.
You don't want Diablo 4. You want Diablo Immortals, and you definitely don't want democracy in Hong Kong.
That's oh my God. What a
look!
mess.
If I'm gonna burn bridges, I'm burning bridges. Okay.
I know.
I'm
not
mad.
I wasn't laughing because it was wrong. I was laughing because it's right.
Oh God.
What a mess.
I know, like, the smallest, the tiniest thing to be concerned about out of this is, oh no, woe is me. This is poor timing for me. Like, obviously, like, that's the smallest thing, but it is, like, something that makes me a little bit mad.
I didn't get that from it. I got what a strange sense of timing.
Yeah.
Is what I got. I didn't get I'm the real victim. I didn't get that.
God.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh, phew, because like I've been thinking about nothing but the possibility that it came off like that since I said it.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh boy, I'm done. Dragon's dead.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
Congratulations on the win.
Oh, thank you.
If
Thank you very
only
much.
I had collected just one more weapon, because there was the M16 underslung. I could have actually gotten the glitch chest done with that and gotten ahead.
Oh,
Dang.
yeah.
That's something
yeah,
I'll
I
think
if
about
you-
next time a glitch chest spawns randomly at the end of a floor in one of these races.
Yes, the next time that happens, I've never seen it happen. However, I have seen the glitched High Dragun fire chest, so anything's possible. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today, I think. Thank you for watching. Thank you. See ya next time. Bye.
Adios.